This week's current event is about a company called BioBot who is actually coming up with algorithms that can show if these certain people in this area have COVID-19. I think that's pretty crazy because I would have never thought to test sewer water in order to detect COVID at all. Would have never even crossed my mind. But this company has the first algorithm which detects if nobody in the area has COVID or is tested positive for COVID. It can help lead to the exact block that that family lives on. And the second algorithm is to help if, say, a city has a hotspot, for example. I know New York has been a big hotspot. Houston has been a big hotspot in certain areas within those cities. The second algorithm helps trace back to that certain area so that they can mark it as a hotspot and make everybody aware that this is a very hot area to make sure you are following all precautions. With the first one, they would then send everybody on that block to go get tested to see who has it, because some of these people might not have been tested before, might not even have any symptoms, but still have COVID. So I chose to do this because I thought it was, pretty bizarre to even think that somebody would be doing wastewater testing for COVID. I think that there is room for a lot of errors within this testing. I know one thing that they did mention in the article is that the tests they're trying to get tests that can come back 5 minutes to see whether the water tests positive or negative for COVID. So it's not quite fully in the works, but they have been working with 42 states already. I personally think that this is going a little bit too far, because even if they trace it back to your house, that doesn't mean that you didn't have company over that used the bathroom in your house. That's sending a lot of people, I feel like, for unnecessary COVID testing when they can't detect for sure that that's coming from that area. There's always room for false positives, of course, and just how time consuming it is. I personally think it's kind of an invasion of privacy. I feel like it's a little strange that somebody would be testing my family's wastewater, but maybe that's just me. I would also be kind of annoyed if somebody came up to me and told me I have to go get tested for COVID because the wastewater said that me or the block, the block that I'm in, somebody tested positive in the wastewater. That'd be pretty kind of annoying, especially since I personally do not get out. I have 2 small children at home, so we all stay home, so that would be, pretty annoying to get that notice and be told that I need to go get tested because of the wastewater. I do, however, think that it's pretty cool that technology can detect this gene that's in wastewater. I think that's pretty cool. I would have never thought that they would test that way, or that it would even be a possibility for them to narrow it down that much. Now, my 3 questions for you guys are, with all of this going on, would you be in support for this type of testing for COVID-19? That would be my first one. My second one is, how reliable do you think this system is? I personally don't see it as super reliable, but some people might. My third question would be, do you believe that they are going too far with this, or do you think that it's a great idea if it would help stop the spread of COVID? I know each person kind of has their own opinion about COVID and what needs to be done, so that question is, pretty large question for most people. Some people like me would feel that it's going a little too far, and there's also some people of the frame of mind, anything to stop the spread, we will do it. So that is my current event for this week.